It's a beautiful day in the Gayborhood. A beautiful day to talk to the lovely and talented actor, comedian, producer, director. It's the fabulous David Dean Bottrell.
Hey, John.
It's been a while.
It's been a long while, but gosh, it's good to see you.
I remember back in my Hollywood days, you attempted to teach me acting and gave up wisely.
No, no, that's not how I remember it at all. I thought you were really good.
For anybody that doesn't know David Dean Bottrell, you have not watched a television over the past 30 years or gone to the movies. You were in and the band
Okay.
played on, Head of the Class, Jack, Caroline in the City, Mad About You, Dharma and Greg, Days of Our Lives, Ugly Betty, Criminal Minds, iCarly, Castle, Bones, Harry's Law, NCIS, Justified, Mad Men, Longmire, Modern Family, Law and Order, SVU, and other Law and Orders, I'm sure. And The Blacklist. What is the thing that you've done as a guest spot that people remember you the most from? Is it Boston Legal?
Yeah. Yeah, I was on that for a while. My God, I've never been on a show that I got that much attention for. That was really something. Not many people really knew me before Boston Legal, but after that, that was such a creepy character that people who, like, I'd meet people on the street and they would step away from me. It was amazing the effect that that particular character had on people. The name of the character was Lincoln Meyer.
Lincoln Myers.
I returned to my house, made some notes for my appeal, had some dinner, and watched the ball game.
The ball game?
Yes, the ball game. The one where one man throws a ball and the other swats at it with a slab of wood.
Baseball?
Baseball, that's it. I love baseball. Don't you love baseball?
He kidnapped Candace Bergen and he committed murders and he was a peeping Tom. And I'm lucky. I'm kind of a boutique item. They tend to call me for like weirdos.
You're going to be bringing your one-man show to Palm Springs. It's called The Death of Me Yet. And what is it that you're going to be talking about on stage at Revolution Stage Company on the 13th?
It is on the 13th. It's Sunday at 2:00. And I'm doing this show because a few years ago, like 2017, 2018, I had this mysterious thing that happened in my health and nobody could diagnose it. I went from doctor to doctor and it took 13 months to get an answer. During that 13 months, I had no idea what was happening to me other than it was terrifying. I spent 13 months not telling anybody about it because there was no diagnosis and just sort of living this little nightmare about thinking, oh, this is it. This is the end of my life. Now, spoiler alert, I'm not dead. So obviously that was resolved. But then right after that came the pandemic. And I live in New York City now, which was, that was the first place it hit. And there were refrigerator trucks parked in the streets,
right,
filled with dead bodies. And again, it was this terrifying period of really realizing how fragile life is and how quickly you can be yanked out of it. And it really gave me this, I don't know, those two events really made me sort of evaluate stuff, which made me think about time and mortality and how much of it we've got and how to maybe best spend it. And as you know, John, you've known me a long time. I kind of process everything through humor, both the good and the bad.
You're one of the great overthinkers.
Thank you. That's a high compliment. And I'm a storyteller. Everything I tell on stage is a true story out of my life. This is actually 5 stories that are kind of interwoven. They're all true. They're about my experiences with someone else's death or the couple of times that I came very close to death. And then also it comes out with it's not a bummer at all. It's actually very uplifting. And it's really about the gift that we have. We've got this incredible gift and to not waste it and to really be present and to really understand that knowing that it's limited is actually a good thing.
Yeah. TikTok.
I myself am one of those people who is past 60. And I always read this, this information, these theories about how the time between 60 and 80 was the most productive time in your life. And I always thought, what bullshit. But you know what? It's completely true.
Yeah.
It's totally true. I am 65 and this whole storytelling thing, doing these shows has become this amazing thing. After I go to Palm Springs, I'm going to go to Sag Harbor and Hyannis because the Kennedys want to see the show. Seattle, Portland, I'm back to LA, then to New York, Nantucket.
Say hi to that man from Nantucket.
I will. I think there's a plaque on his house.
So many people that are hearing the sound of our voices faced death as young men. We were going to funerals back in the day on a weekly basis.
John, there's actually a story in the show about a night when I was in my 20s where I sat with a friend of mine on the last night of his life when he was dying of AIDS. And I say this about the show, it's funny until it isn't, and then it's funny again.
Yes. Well, see, that's what you do. You toy with us emotionally,
I
David
do.
Dean Bottrell. And that's the hallmark of a great storyteller and a great performer and a great actor. And I like to say a great friend. And revolutionstagecompany.com is where you can get tickets to see David Dean Bottrell on the 13th. It's The Death of Me Yet. Bottrell's take on human condition is deeply consoling, according to the LA Times. Broadway World says, hilarious, a Clark Kent with Deadpool's biting wit. I like that. That's a nice review.
Isn't that a great one?
Yeah, we are so thrilled to have you in the desert, and I'm thrilled that I've had you in my life. I've learned so much from you.
Oh, I've missed you. I really have.
All right, we're going to have to get together and do a little sweltering in the desert heat.
I can't wait.
David Dean Bottrell, you can find it on gaydesertguide.com. It's there. It's going to be a great show, so go and get your tickets now.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much.
Hey, it's John Taylor. Thanks for watching our video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our K-Gay channel so you won't miss anything going on in the Gayborhood. And you can always listen live to kgaypalmsprings.com.